gathering, okay, or something like, I don't know, when you have a gathering with friends or family, you can use having a get together. For example, we had a get together with my friends. It means we had a gathering, okay? Or you can say we got together. So let me start sharing so that you can see the board. I can write it on the board. Okay, so the two advanced phrases that you can use. First of all, let me write here. So you can say, of course, I say we had because you're talking about passive. Say we had a get together. A get together, for example, with my friends or with my family. Or we got together. We got together. So you can use both of them. Or normally, for example, you can use it in present tense. Why not? For example, we normally have a get together with family, or we get together on the weekends. Okay, so you can use different tenses. Just pay attention. At the second sentence, this one actually is verb. Here, get together is verb. But at the first one, get together actually is something like a noun. Okay, we had a get together. As you can see, I separated, something, these two, and I use a. But about the second one, no, I can use it as a verb. Okay?
Yeah.
Good, very good. And well, so are you ready to start?
Yes.
Great, very good. Well, I think I don't know, you changed a little bit. I don't know, what did you do? What you changed? I think I don't know, you changed your hairstyle or something like this, because you changed.
Yeah, I forgot haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I uh, I have a plan to haircut at this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's something like you made a change. I don't know what, but it's good. Actually you change in a good way, but I don't know what it is, but you change in a good way.
Yeah.
Well, let's get started. Okay, well, I'm gonna ask you a question about Vietnam. Is Vietnam a secure, a safe country to live?
Yes, I think so. Sometime in the Vietnam increase accident.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and um, yeah, but but I think everything okay and
Yeah.
safe. Yeah,
So you said accident. You mean crime or accident?
yeah, bright accident.
Yeah, accident. Something
Yeah,
like, car accident, something like car accident,
yeah,
something like
catch.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
got.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes the theft and
Yeah.
stolen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Stealing. I
and
got
that's
it. So
yeah.
robbery or robbery. Yeah, I got it. So robbery, stealing, yeah, or theft. And so do you know any other safe and secure country to live?
Yeah, I'm not really no, but I think Singapore Australia is a safe country.
Singapore. Okay, just I forgot to say about Vietnam. As I told you, we never use the for the
Mm,
name of country. So the Vietnam, no, just Vietnam. You
mm,
use the for United countries, something like the US, the
yeah.
UK. So for USA or for United Kingdom, okay, we use the. But for all the countries, we never never use that, okay? Well, okay, as you can guess, the topic of the session is about crime and punishments. Okay, let's check these pictures and let's guess which one actually can be more serious. And so we have graffiti, of course, making some pictures or something. It can be actually with the root or political concepts, or I don't know, something like this on building walls, buildings. And we have murder, killing people, drink driving, and credit card fraud. Of course, fraud. The word fraud actually is the crime of deceiving people in order to gain something such as money or good. So you try, someone tries to trick people to actually, in order to gain something like, money, credit card, or goods. So credit card fraud, that is really common nowadays, and speeding. Which one is more serious, do you think?
Yes, I think in Vietnam, the speeding problem very are very popular.
Of course, of course. So it's really popular. And may I ask you what the punishment is for example, speeding? You need to pay money, I don't know, jail, prison, and what is the punishment?
Yes, they will be punishment by the money.
Of course. So people actually can give penalties, something like they need to pay money, okay, penalty. So, okay, penalty. Well, and tell me, is there any other crime that is problem in your town? Or maybe in all the towns or cities in Vietnam, is there any special crime that can be considered as problem?
Yeah, I think the big problem is drink driving. Yeah, very popular. So about this year, the government is improve to stop the drink driving by the test anyway, and yeah.
Yeah, of course. And so is there any rule to avoid people, driving when they're drunk? Is there any rule?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Well, now we have a word here, sentence. We normally use it. It's really common word that we normally use it. For example, I write a sentence, but here it has definitely different meaning. So, sentence means condemnation, punishment. For example, that penalty is the highest sentence for criminals. So punishment or condemnation. So actually sentence can have different meanings. And now tell me, what is the sentence of the highest sentence of, for example, robbery in Vietnam?
Sorry?
What is the highest sentence for robbery in Vietnam? Robbery.
I don't think I'm not really know about that, but I think is the theft may get for 2 years for properly.
Yeah, 2 years. Okay. Well, pickpocketing. Okay, tell me, pickpocketing is common or no? You don't have something like the stealing things from people's pockets, especially in a crowd. So we have something like this. And tell me, do you have lots of pickpockets in Vietnam or no?
I think it's very popular.
Of course.
Yes, especially in the Ho Chi Minh City, and
Yeah,
yeah, the people, the visitor, easy to get
of course.
pick pocket.
Pocketing,
Okay.
of course. So, and a person who does pickpocketing is pickpocket. And so pickpocket is a person who does pickpocketing.
Yeah.
And well, shoplifting, of course, you know, nowadays, especially on social media, something like Instagram, we normally see some videos about
Yeah.
shoplifting. And of course, you know, because everywhere actually is covered by cameras. So
Yeah.
actually, yeah, they can record everything. So we can see there are, you know, plenty of shopliftings, you know, in shops and stores. They try to, for example, actually,
Yeah.
I saw a video, you know, it was about a pregnant woman. Of course, she wasn't pregnant. You know,
Mm.
she pretended to be pregnant, and of course, she tried to hide something,
Yeah.
either some goods in
Mm.
her into her belly, and that was really, of course, it was something like fake belly. That was really, really interesting. Of course, they could, you know, capture the woman, but you know, that was really, you know, smart
Yeah.
idea. You know, how could you think of it? You know, you
Yeah.
make something for yourself and you pretend that you are pregnant, and then
Yeah.
you steal something. So tell
Mm.
me, shoplifting. Okay, is shoplifting common in Vietnam?
Mm.
Have you ever seen someone?
No.
Okay, no, never.
Yeah. Because I think when the supermarket grow in Vietnam, then
Mhm.
all of them has installed the CCTV camera.
Mhm.
So yeah, and I think the user they know that, and
Mhm.
yeah, and I think they never mm, got
Right.
shoplifting. Yeah.
Shoplifting, of course. Well, and of course, most common, theft, stealing. Okay, and a person who does this action is thief or robber. So
Mm.
robbery or theft, and a person who does thief or robber. So tell me, we have something like a sentence here. Theft rate has increased dramatically in major cities like Hanoi and HCMC in recent years. Okay, do you agree with it? Is it true?
I think I don't think increase recent years because I think long time ago the stealing
Mm-hmm.
there are a lot of stealing in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know I don't know, but a lot of car lot of car in Hanoi
Mm-hmm.
stolen the glass
Oh.
glass yeah
Mm-hmm. Got it.
glass yeah.
Mm-hmm. Of course, of course. Well, we have another word. Of course, it's not bad to learn it. Burglar. So,
Mm,
burglar. Of
mm,
course, it's a kind of uh, thief, but it's housebreaker, you know? People who
mm,
go to people's houses and try to steal something, housebreaker or
mm,
burglar. So we have the other, you know, we have, of course, different types of theft, I don't know, kidnapping, burglaring. So we have, you know, bank robbery, different types, you know, but generally we say theft. Okay. And I think this is a really, really good punishment. I think this is really useful. Community service. You know, actually, as you know, community service is a work that is not paid, that someone actually does to help other people as punishment for crime. So tell me how community service as a punishment can be fruitful, can be useful in society. How?
I think they can do some work to improve the social building, or for example, they can grass cuts, or clean the streets, something like that. In Vietnam, I see some present they they work and they build some product for them buy, and for the to increase the good.
Of course, of course. Well, you know, of course, imprisoning, you know, I don't know, keeping people in prison, of course, you know, has a really high cost for governments. You know, they need to, of course, they need to feed them. They need to, of course, spend lots of money in order to keep people or criminal in jail or prison. But when actually government use these people to, I don't know, do some service, you know, some services, something like, I don't know, gardening or something like this, or making, I don't know, some city or town services, of course, I think they can reduce cost. And of course, they can do something for society without spending money. And of course, they help these people. Maybe they regret, maybe they want to change. And I don't know, being in jail, I think not always. I'm not talking about some special, you know, crimes. I'm talking about, you know, normal something like, I don't know, a person who is thief or a robber or something like this, you know, they can go out, they can do some actually community services. Maybe they can change their lives. So why not? We don't know. So I think it's a good way. Well, so we learned some words like sentence, pickpocketing, shoplifting, theft, and community service. And we talked about them. Do you have any questions about those words?
No.
Okay, great. Well, we have another idiom. So, behind bars. For example, when someone or behind bars, it means they are in prison. So, okay. Would you make an example, a sentence using behind bars?
In Vietnam, my this only for example is not true or not real. My brother's friends is behind bar.
Okay, so just friends. If you use friends, this is plural, so are behind bars. You know, means they are in prison, so you need to pay attention. So this is an idiom. Of course, you know, idioms are really interesting. Sometimes they're really different from their meaning. You know, behind bars is definitely different, and we think that actually it has a good meaning, positive, but when it's really bad. So, of course, they're really interesting. Well, We have structure here. Of course, this is a really easy structure, but as you know, we have actually another structure that is passive voice. That is really, really useful grammar. No, we normally use it no matter if you want to say it for an IELTS test or I don't know, you want to learn speaking, conversation, communication. So actually, it's really useful everywhere. And as you know, in passive voice, you may know, of course, no matter who does an action, the action is important. For
Yeah.
example, when someone steals something, no matter who, the act of stealing is matter. So we need to make some changes on sentence in order to make it passive. Now, look, to be caught plus ing. Of course, to be caught is a form of passive that should be followed by gerund or ing formal verb, okay? Catch. Caught is past participle of verb catch. It means capture. So, to be caught. For example, a boy was caught stealing books. As you can see, stealing books is the reason that why boy was caught. And we give this reason using gerund or ing form. For example, my cousin was caught pickpocketing because, okay, because, for example, he did. And so my cousin was just something that you need to know, of course. When we say a boy was caught, okay, actually a boy is not our subject. You know, for example, I can say, police, for example, captured, for example, a boy, for example, who was stealing books. Captured or caught, or you can say, for example, this verb, why not? Police captured or caught a boy who was stealing books. Okay, now in this sentence, of course, police is our subject and a boy is object. Okay, now I'm going to make a passive voice no matter who does an action. Okay, this part is important. The action and a person who does the action, for example. So I can replace, okay, this part, the second part to the first part, okay, and the first part, and I can write a boy. Now I need to make a passive voice. What is the structure? For making passive, we normally use be and past participle. Okay, of course, this is about present simple or past simple. We have different forms of passive. I'm talking about base form or maybe the simple one, present simple or past simple, okay? So, a boy, now, captured, my sentence is in past, so past tense. So I need to use past form of to be. A boy is singular, so was. And now I need to use past participle of my verb. Okay, this is regular with ed, so past participle is also ed form, so I can say was captured, was caught. Okay, now I don't need to write who was stealing because I mentioned, but just I write stealing. Okay, stealing books. Now, if I want to add police, I say by police. Now, you can say something like this, okay? So this, and now, if I want to use present tense, a boy is captured stealing books by police, okay? So you can use present or past. This is structured, but just the only thing that you need to know, you need to notice about this structure is to use gerund or ing form of verb after passive voice. Okay, just this. Well, it's your turn. Make some examples.
Yeah. A man was captured drinking driving.
Okay, very good. Of course. So, drinking, driving. And just, when you say the man, so you need to notice there is used when, of course, it has different uses, but in this case, there is used when you know or when, for example, the other person knows who you are talking about. For example, I say, I saw a man on the streets. I saw a man. Now you don't know that man. Then I want to give more details. Then I say the man wore, for example, red jackets. Now you know that I'm talking about the man that you saw on the street. So I use the. For the first time, when you are talking about an unknown person or noun, you can't use the, okay? Because I don't know. When I say the man, which man? I don't know what, who, okay? So a man, no, a man, you don't know him, just a man. If you want to give details, if you want to add some information, you can use that, okay?
Yes.
Great, very good. Well, now I ask you, okay, let me do something. I'm gonna write some sentences on the board and I want you to make them passive. So, for example, the first one, my father, okay. For example, washed his car yesterday. I do, for example, your, what is this? Work. Okay. My keyboard is really interesting. It's typing itself and I can't see. What is this P? Yeah. P and O are close together and I have nails. I need to do something with my, I need to do something with my nails. Okay, so I do your homework. And for example, mother, for example, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, changed up.
Yeah. My thought is change the sentence into the passive.
Of course, you need to change them into passive voice.
Yeah. The first one is the car, because now we know a car of the father, my father. Yeah.
First.
The car
Mm-hmm.
the car was washed by my father yesterday.
Of course, the car was washed. That's really good. But now, instead of the car, you can mention my father, for example, my father's car. My father's car was washed by him.
Him.
Him,
Yeah.
of course. So you can say something. Okay, the next one, I do your homework.
My homeworks. My I do your homework. Yeah, your homeworks. Uh, the homework is done by me.
Very good. And the last one?
A cake. A cake. A bake by mother.
Okay, just was baked because this is past. So
Oh,
was baked by
yeah.
mother. Very good.
Yes.
Well, okay, now let's keep going. Okay. So do you have any questions about this structure?
No.
Very good. Okay. Well, make the punishment fit the crime. Okay, this is the introduction to an article. Let's read. Of course, it's really, I think, unclear. I don't know why this book is like this. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's not clear. I can't see, but I try to. Okay, can you see them?
Yeah, I see.
Okay,
But
so that's great.
it may slowly.
Okay, of course. So let's read.
Yeah. And I have to answer all the question.
Of course.
Mm. No, the man, the oh, and what did the man do wrong?
Fine.
A man is caught stealing a book from a bookshop.
Okay, very good. Just when you say what did the man do wrong, okay, so
Yeah,
you need to talk about
in the
his
past.
action. So you
Yeah.
say, for example, he stole books from a bookshop. So this is something that he did. And
Yeah.
now number two.
Yeah. But in the first question, he was caught stealing.
Okay, of course, if you want to say he was, but this is not something that men did.
Mm.
Actually, when we say a man was caught, that's
Mm.
correct, but this is something that police did, not
Mm.
a man. What did he do? He
Mm.
stole books.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was his punishment?
Yeah. Yeah, I cannot see the a sentence before the a prison sentence.
Let me say,
Yeah.
what is the man's punishment? A prison sentence, a big fine. Fine.
Mm,
Fine is an amount of money that you need to pay to actually something like compensate
mm,
your crime. Okay, for
yeah.
example, you did something wrong and you need to pay money,
Yeah.
okay, to
Mm,
government.
yeah. Yeah. He need to pay. He need to pay money.
Of course. So, a big fine, no. So, of course. And so I think what was punishment actually,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Mm,
he got an alternative
mm,
sentence or punishment. And
mm,
what was that?
mm. He's he's he is sent to read
Mhm.
story and book to hospital patient.
Of course, he
Mm.
was sent
He
to read the
was.
stories,
Yeah.
of course, because now we're talking about past. So, and what is alternative sentencing? Okay, do you know what is alternative sentencing?
And can you explain for me about the
Of
alternative?
of course, alternative sentencing actually means instead of
Mm,
sentencing or punishment an individual, a person, to spend time in jail or prison, the judge may actually order them to pay fines, it means money, or to do something. For
mm,
example, something like this, something like, uh, I don't know, reading books in hospitals or something like this, working in the garden, I don't know. So you can do some alternatives, some second, okay? Some
mm,
other things instead of spending time in prison. This is
mm,
alternative, yeah, this is alternative sentencing or punishment. Get it?
mm. That's that mean the another option.
Of course, we have the second,
Yeah.
some other options. For example, okay, this is your
Mm,
punishment. You need to spend 10 years in prison, but you can get alternative sentence. What does
mm,
it mean? It means that, for example, you can go and, I don't know, read some books for patients in hospital. This is
mm,
my second option to you as a judge. So this is your alternative sentence.
mm.
Get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And let me ask you about alternative sentences you can think of. So, for
Yeah.
example, if you were a judge and
Yeah.
actually you wanted to, give an alternative sentence to someone, to a criminal, okay, what would it be?
Mm. Um, job job to another people.
Yeah, of course, judge is a person in the court who is responsible for, I don't know, people, for criminal. This is judge. Something like, we have something like referee in sports, but judge is in the court.
Mm. And can you say again your question?
Of course, if you were a judge, the official in control of a court. So you were an official in control of court, and you could, decide how criminals should be punished. You could decide. Okay, this is the meaning of judge. Okay,
Yeah.
what punishments would you consider for example, criminal?
Yeah. If I can. choose, I think I will pay money.
If you could, of course, pay fine. Okay, so
Yeah, pay fine. Yeah.
yeah, okay. Just let me teach you something else here. Sometimes we talk about an imaginary, hypothetical situation. It's not real. For example, when I say, if you were a judge, of course you're not, and you're
Yeah.
not going to be. It's something in my mind, something like imaginary situation or condition. So when we talk about imaginary situation, we use a grammar that is second conditional. Second
Yeah.
conditional. That is really easy. You know this, but let me remind it again. The first sentence or the first part, that is called first clause or if clause. If clause. If plus past simple, comma, and would clause. So we have if clause and would clause. For example, if I were, I don't know, a judge, comma,
Yeah.
I would, for example,
Let them go.
of course, I would let them go. That was really good. I would let them go. Okay, so if I were a judge, as you can see, the first part, if clause, okay, is in past simple. And after comma, we have would and base form. I would let them go. I would eat. I would do. Okay, so this is second conditional. Now, again, if you were responsible, I don't know, for something like making some rules, or I don't know, punishing some criminals, okay, what rules would you consider in order to punish?
Yeah, I think I will
I would
I would classify level of crime, but
mm-hmm.
the if the murphers, uh, yeah, I don't really
Hmm.
murder, murder,
Murder.
yeah, and it's very serious, and I think they should be go to the prison,
Of
and
course.
yeah, but and some crime not critical. I think they should go um, community service to do
Mm-hmm.
service. Yeah.
Or so, if I were a judge, okay, if I were a judge, or I don't know, an official in control of, for example, court,
Mm.
I would send, for example, murderer.
Mm.
Murderer is a person who murders. So
Mm.
murderer, okay? I would send murderer, for example, to the prison.
Mm.
And I would, for example, send something like tips to
Mm.
something like do some, I don't know, um, social services. Not
Yeah.
bad. So I would.
Mm.
Okay, I would send, I would do. Okay, well, let's keep going. So this is about second conditional. Okay, and do you think alternative sentences are a good idea?
Yes, yes,
Why?
I think so.
And why?
Because some in the some crime is not very very that makes dangerous for the society. I think they can choose about their punishment.
Of course. So it's a good idea. Okay. Uh, why Vietnam is a safe country to live in? Why? Okay. There are actually two reasons here, some reasons, and you can use them if you agree, if you think they're true.
Mm, mm. Yes, I think the policeman mm, in the Vietnam's quite good job, and I think the law in Vietnam the people cannot use gun, so I think it's makes it have increased the safety in the Vietnam.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right. But their Vietnam, no, in Vietnam. We don't say that. Never
yeah,
ever.
yeah,
Forget about that. Just forget
yeah.
about it. We don't use that. Okay. Uh, well, getting involved in traffic accidents. So
Yeah.
tell me, have you ever experienced something like this? I don't know, getting involved, not you. For
Yeah.
example, something happened on the street and you actually got involved in traffic due to that accident.
Mm, luckily, I'm not yet to get any accident. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. Okay, good for you. And tell me, just may I ask about the rate of traffic accidents in Vietnam or in maybe large cities like Hanoi, okay, in Vietnam? Are
Mm,
there lots of traffic accidents every day?
yes, I think it's a big problem because it's may not every day, but every week. Easy to find an accident
Yeah,
news in the media.
yeah, of course. So
Yeah.
just accident news, just let me say something about news. Of course, we never use air for news. Never ever because it's not correct.
Mm,
News is plural noun. So if you want, you say some news. For example, here's some news every day. Or
mm,
if you want to make it, for example, you heard something, just one, you want to make it singular, you say a piece of news. For example, I heard a piece of news. It means, singular, okay? A part of news. So you can say a piece of news or some news, okay? But never use a for news, okay?
yeah.
Okay. And tell me, what is the most common crime in your country? Pickpocketing or I don't know, red light running or driving against traffic. Of course, you said drinking, driving, and speed. I think speeding and okay, so that's good. I think you have a good, really good country. It's really safe. Just speeding and just, drinking, driving, so that's good, I think.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Well, okay. What are the possible causes of crime? Really, why? Why people do some crime? Why do you think?
Mm. And can you explain for me about the poverty?
Poverty means no money. Poverty means the situation that people don't have any money.
Yeah, I think the big the big cause uh, is a family condition, because I think they may um, they may not good education, so they easy to do wrong thing. Yeah, and I think alcohol is a problem. Yeah, a lot of people in Vietnam runs wrong driving, and yeah, it's very dangerous. Yeah.
Of course. And tell me, we have something interesting here. Negatively affected by violence on TV or media. How TV or social media can affect, the rate of crimes in society.
Yeah, but I don't know what do you mean, because I don't know the media effect to the society.
Yeah, of course. Social media, for example, you know, every day, all people, maybe most of the people, not all people, all around the world actually watch something and see something, some violence on
Mm,
TV, on
mm,
social media, something like Instagram, I don't
mm.
know, robbery, some criminals, and it's something like they learn,
Yes,
get
yes,
something. Okay, wow, this is, for example, okay,
mm,
bank robbery, why not? Maybe. So
yes,
do you think TV or social media can affect the
yeah,
rate of
yeah,
criminals in society?
yeah. I think it's impact to the people that can learn, and to do some wrong thing. For example, the 10 other days, easy to watch the video, uh, um, teach teach about the how to ride a car, and how to grip a bicycle. So
Yeah,
I think they will learn, and they will try to do it. Yeah,
right.
and it
Sometimes, but they can imitate, copy, follow,
yeah,
imitate something, of course.
yeah,
Well, and we have a word sinful, guilty, full of
mm,
sin, full of guilt. Okay, guilty life. So sinful is another word,
mm,
a synonym of guilty. So of course, TV is really, really important. I think social media, not TV, because we normally don't watch TV. Okay, what should we do to protect ourselves and our family from crime? Which
yeah.
one of these items? There are some items here. Tell me, which one do you agree?
The first thing I can do education my kid, and
Yeah,
say and teach them and raise their awareness about the crime.
of course, of course. So you need to educate them. Yeah, you need to train them, of course, about
Yeah,
crime. Yeah, and so learn material art, martial arts, and avoid going out. Martial arts, something like, karate, judo. So do
mm,
you agree? Do you think, are useful? I don't know. If you know karate, you can do
yeah,
some
but I
things.
I don't know the martial.
Martial arts are actually kind of activities or sports that don't need any equipment. You actually do them using your hands or
Mm,
feet. For example, karate, judo, or yoga, okay, they are martial arts. For example, if you know karate, you can use your hands and your, I don't know, feet in order to hit someone. So this
Yeah.
is the meaning of martial arts.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
Okay, so of course it's not bad. Well, okay, this is all about crime and criminals and punishments. Is there any questions, any issues related to this part?
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, do you mean we discuss about the
No, do you have any questions, any issues? We finished this part. Okay, so just I want you to do something. Would you think of one of this? Actually, we have three titles for discussion. I want you to choose one of them, pick one or two or three, and think of it. And next session, okay, you have maybe 2 or 3 or maybe 4 minutes to talk about. Okay, so just 1 or 2 or 3, it's your choice for next session. This is your assignment, your home task. Okay?
yeah. I
Okay.
think the third.
Third one.
Yeah.
Okay, so for next session, if you want,
Yeah.
you can surf the internet, you can think of it, you can do something, and next session you will talk about it, okay?
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Thank you so much. That was really good time with you and talking to you. Thank you so much. Have a
Yeah.
really nice week and see you next session at the same time.
Yeah. Thank you and see you on
You're
next week.
welcome. You're
Yeah.
welcome. Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye.